Make a Path presents Let's Talk. Walking Dead comic covers and predictions. The cover of issue 140 was actually just previewed today, and that has Maggie and Sophia on the cover. Maggie looks shocked. She looks like she could have blood on her hands, but she doesn't in the image. And the subtitle is called Life and Death. Now, it makes me wonder, in that doorway, we've only ever seen that doorway when they were talking to Carl when he was in prison, or talking to Lydia when she was in prison. That doorway has been on the cover before in issue 135, so we've seen that doorway previously. And that's the doorway I'm talking about, right here. By now, has Carl helped Lydia escape? Or did the Whispers help Lydia escape? Or is she still locked up? How messed up would it be if the Whispers did break in and we have all this crap going on with the white trashers and the boys are still like in their little mini comas? How awesome or crazy, maybe messed up or sick, whatever you call it, how crazy would it be if the Whispers snuck in to break Lily out and just for shits because they're fucked in the head, they decided to stab the comatose boys to death? That would be nuts. Then when Maggie walks in, maybe the doctor yells for her, she walks in, Sophia behind her, and she is like, holy fuck. You know, however, the other issue is called Confrontation, so we're expecting a confrontation. We most likely should. But like I said, if it's not a Whisper confrontation, they could actually sneak in and get Lydia in and escape. But what good does that do? Where does the story go from there? Do they run away? I mean, they could leave Dante could tell what happens and then they could go after him. I mean, they could extend this storyline further and further. I think a small little skirmish could work and then they flee and they gotta go looking for him. I mean, that's gotta be a scary thing for one of the soldiers. Where do you go looking? You know, the soldiers. Where do you gotta go to a herd, because that's how they move around. How do you fight an enemy that moves around with a zombie herd when the zombie herd are the things that you're trying to stay away from? You know what I mean? Like, how do you do that? Now, seeing as issue 140 is called Life and Death, there is a lot of things we could get from this. It could be just another tease, and the boys could actually die. They could be laying there in their coma, and they could just slip away and die. That could be the life and death, because now we have to find something to do with Carl. I mean, even though Maggie is like, you fucking monsters, I mean, they still have to do something with Carl, unless they go on trial and have a little mini trial and say, listen, Carl was justified. He was trying to help his friend, and this, that, and the third. But I am betting that 140 might just be a huge issue. It's hinting to a death, so we might just get a death there. And like I said, I truly believe that we'll get a big cliffhanger in issue 138 that we won't even get resolved until issue 140. You know, which that's another thing. Maybe I shouldn't think that, because we're getting issue 138 and issue 139 back to back. Maybe they do resolve that cliffhanger quickly, and that's why we have this 2 issues in 1 month. Alright, Deadheads, if you have any opinions or thoughts or ideas about issue 140, leave those opinions down below. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Subscribe now.